Secretary Duncan, tough new regulations, tough new rules concerning for-profit colleges take effect today. What is changing?
We simply want people who are going back to school to try and climb the economic ladder, to get new skills that will lead to better paying jobs. We just want these colleges, these for-profit colleges, to deliver on that promise. And when they do that, we hope they grow, we hope they serve more students, and we hope they prosper. But those that aren't, those that are leaving vulnerable students in a worse financial position than when they started, with great debt, taxpayers on the hook for this, you and I, all your viewers, it's simply not right. And so this is a big, big step in the right direction, and we're glad to finally be here.
So for people who might not know how this works, what you're saying is that you've got, taxpayer money, taxpayer promises, taxpayer funds going to help people go to school at universities, at for-profit colleges, where they're not getting a job and they're only getting debt at the end. How pervasive is that?
Well, again, it's a big industry. There are some fantastic actors, but there are too many who have just been sort of morally unconscionable what they have done. And if you are getting real skills that lead to a real job, that's fantastic. We want more of that to happen. But too many of these guys took advantage. Taxpayers have been on the hook. People taking out these big loans have been on the hook. When you end up in a worse financial situation than when you started, nobody signs up for that. That's never been the goal here. And so making sure that we sort of try and put those bad actors, they either change business, change what they're doing, or they go out of business.
So one of the things you're going to do is you're going to make sure that what these companies are providing is an actual education that someone can use and be paid for in the marketplace. How are you going to measure that?
Simply based upon, and this is a very simple measure, is the debt they get on the back side of this, is that manageable based upon their earnings? And if that debt is manageable, then that's a good thing and they can do better. But if the debt is unmanageable, if there are massive default rates, which we've seen, again, everybody loses there except these guys who are making a lot of money. And that's, again, we're not going to stand for it.
Why is Congress fighting you so hard?
So Christine, you know this better than I. All these situations, you just follow the money. This was an industry that had deep, deep pockets. They were making huge amounts of profits, and they were able to, give significant campaign contributions to folks on both sides of the aisle. And all these things, too often, not always, but too often here in Washington, Christine, you just follow the money and you get to the bottom of the story.
Today, we're hearing reports that Phoenix, there are reports that it has been going after veterans. What are you doing about that?
So obviously, where that kind of thing is going, it's just unacceptable, and we won't stand for it. And again, Christine, just to understand how sort of insidious some of this stuff has been, there's been a rule that 90% of revenue can come from government, come from taxpayers, you and I. But there was a little loophole where money coming from the GI Bill from veterans was above and beyond that, on top of that. So these guys have relentlessly targeted veterans. And again, these veterans have risked everything to keep all of us safe, coming back home. And again, we are helping them, that's fantastic. But we are taking advantage of them. How can you sleep at night? And we're simply not going to stand for it.